see if we can get the whole PogChamp, Prog, Pod, Chad, Bodcast, CommCast.
I don't even remember all the words in the fucking thing anymore.
It's easy. It's PogChamp, Prog, Pod, Chad, Bodcast, CommCast.
The Pog Chad Bodcast. The Pog Chad.
Yeah.
Pog Chad Bod.
No. It's the
Prog. Where does the prog come in again?
it's the PogChamp, Prog, Pod, Chad, Bod.
I thought it was Pog Chad Bodcast.
Pog Chad is Pod Chad Bodcast.
That's not what our Twitter handle says. Pog Chad.
Oh, I thought it did say Pod Chat. Okay, well then it's the
Prog Pod
the Prog Pod Pog Chat
Prog Pod Pog Prod Pog Prog Pog Pod.
The Prog Pod Pog the
Pog.
The Prog Pod.
Prog.
Hello and welcome to the Prog Pod Pog Chad Bodcast CommCast.
Welcome to the cast. We're your cast.
Castus and
Castin.
I'm the feels.
I'm the facts. and I don't care about feels.
I'm the feels and you're the reels. Yeah.
That works.
No.
I just wanted to shout on Ben Shapiro one last time.
Got the fucking... Yeah, facts don't care about your feelings.
Ben Castillo.
I love that because it's such a beautiful retort to basically anything he says.
Yeah, it's just like
virtually all of his like opinions are just like, I feel like gay people aren't legitimate, you know.
Sucks you feel that way. I feel Harry Styles isn't a man because he can pull off a dress better than I can.
Oh man, yeah, it's fucking something. Yeah.
Another day in the life of cast.
Of the cast.
Casterica.
Oh man. Well, anyway.
Welcome to the new set funded by our Patreons.
Yes.
Patrons.
It's just me. I subscribed to the Patreon. I donated $5 and we spent that on some things and then stole a table off the side of the street.
You all paid for the gas to let us steal furniture from other houses. Congratulations.
Thank you for your
contribution.
Yeah. Hopefully it'll only go up from here in terms of quality, but there's only one way to find out, I suppose. But yeah, if we want to get into some shit, it's a little bit out of date, but that doesn't really fucking matter. If we want to talk about the one of the more recent press conferences that Trump's legal team had about voter fraud, mostly with Rudy Giuliani, Sidney Powell, and some other person.
The other one.
Yeah, I don't fucking know.
The blonde chick.
Yeah. She didn't even seem like she was talking about the same shit that like Rudy Giuliani. Like, I don't know, whatever. But yeah, I'm sure everyone's seen it already. But Giuliani was fucking just sweating like I've never seen before.
Malfunctioning human being. Just
like
the grease was leaking out of his cogs.
Yeah. I don't know, man. Homie must have downed like a fucking gallon of water before that shit. Yeah. And he's just
oh man, I'm gonna have to really just like bluff my way out of this one, huh?
Yeah, but also you'd think that, you know, being the legal advisor for a billionaire and the president, you'd have access to some fucking waterproof makeup, right? Like
like, you would think so.
Yeah,
it's really a shame.
It's true. I mean, I don't know, man. It brought some light into my life, but I was gonna say on a more serious note, but this is almost as fucking hilarious, I guess. Is the claims of Sidney Powell that Dominion, the company that produced a lot of the
voting polls.
Yeah, like the polling machines in America. She was claiming, first of all, that they were like connected or founded by like some people from an older company called Smartmatic, or some shit, and also that this company was like formed by like Hugo Chavez for the explicit purpose of rigging elections or some shit, and she like brought up Hugo Chavez like interfering with our election again, like this is a fucking dead man. He's been dead for what, like 10 years, like
Yeah. Yeah, she's crazy. She's probably QAnon her.
yeah, she is like her profile picture was like
There it is.
yeah, her profile picture is the did she change it? No, that's not
her.
It's like the storm, like, you know, QAnoners talk about like the storm is coming and all this shit. Like it was literally like her in front of like some lightning or some shit. I think she might have taken it down or something.
People, not photos. People. Donald.
Oh, there. Is it still the no?
She changed it. What the fuck is this? Is this? That's not the same.
that's the wrong Sydney Powell. But yeah, no, her profile picture was like the storm, and like she talks about the way she talks is like every bit of QAnon rhetoric, and like after that press, she's been she definitely is a part of the Trump legal team. She's been listed as that for months, and every time she's done interviews, she's been introduced as that. And like pretty much immediately after she drops this insane shit at the press conference,
even they were just like, "Yo,
the Trump administration," not even just saying that they dropped her. They literally said she was never a part of our legal team. They're like, she's an independent lawyer. I
think the biggest problem also was like she was claiming as fact that there was interference in the election. Yeah. Whereas like the legal team, like with Giuliani, like he was busting his fucking balls in sweat because he was trying to be like, you know, we're looking into all these claims of fraud and whatnot.
Yeah,
and
he's trying as hard as he can not to say the thing.
Yeah, and everyone was just like, but was there? And he was just like, we'll have to wait for the courts to see. And then Sidney Powell was just like, yo.
Yeah, it's like there's a reason why they're not showing, like, saying any evidence when people ask for it. Is like there's absolutely nothing that you can gain from not releasing evidence. Exactly. Like it's not going to hamper the courts. Like they were saying like, oh well, we don't want to give like the opposition lawyers a chance to like refute our shit, and it's like they know your claims. They already have fucking stacks upon stacks of ways to dump your ass. Right. Like the best thing they could do is release evidence, but they won't because they don't fucking have it.
Yeah, and then they eventually dropped all their suits because none of them were getting traction.
Yeah, anymore. I mean, and he spent like $3 million on recounting votes in Wisconsin, and he lost more votes. Like,
yeah, I think didn't they recount Georgia as well, or they did something in Georgia?
I don't know about Georgia. There was something happening in Georgia. I don't know if it was a recount, but I think they decided not to do it or whatever. But I mean, yeah, he's dropped a lot of the lawsuits, and he's like 1 for 39 in victories on lawsuits, and the only one he won was like reducing the distance of poll watchers from like 10 feet to 6 feet or some shit like that. Like fucking 38 lawsuits down the hole, and like nothing to show for it other than losing like 200 votes.
And then they miss what's the word? Misscheduled?
Talking about the Four Seasons shit?
Yeah, the Four Seasons. They misscheduled the Four Seasons hotel.
Dude, yeah, I swear to God.
Like a lawn service.
Yeah, I swear to God, that must have been like, they just within 5 minutes were like, Four Seasons, book it, we're going there. And then they didn't realize that it was like, there's no other, like, how the fuck else do you end up in between like a porn shop and like whatever the fuck was on the other side? Like,
I don't know. But man, Trump really stuck it out on that one. Like he ate that like a champ.
Yeah.
Stood in front of his podium. They tried their best to turn the warehouse garage door into like
they put up like a bunch of
Trump stickers.
Partition thing. Yeah, you see the fucking videos that like it was like a press thing in the White House. I think Trump's sitting at that like tiny ass fucking desk, and he's just sitting there like interviewers are asking him like questions about evidence for like fraud and shit, and he's just like, you don't speak to me that way, you don't talk to me like that, I'm the president, you don't talk to me like that, like some fucking wine mom. I don't know, man. It's funny. He has no legal route forward, and that just makes it all the more funny. Like,
It's fun to see fascism fall in the flash of an eye, but
Yeah, man.
but Biden, it's like we're now left in an uncertain future.
I mean,
um,
it's a lot better of a future than we would have had. But
yeah, I mean, it's definitely going to be perhaps more chaotic.
Yeah,
I feel, with the way Biden's handling hiring his advisors and everything, and the way he's looking to hire people in general. Like he's just going for a diverse hire.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, for sure. I mean, there's no fucking excuse to put Neera Tanden back in your thing. But yeah, I don't know. I really wish he would put like Bernie on his cabinet, because I think that would do a fuck ton for like improving their agenda, or like moving shit further left. But like I understand his point when he says like he wants to keep him on the Senate, because I think it is important to have as many supporters as you can.
Yeah,
like
I get that, but the thing is, Sanders is a senator in like a 70% blue fucking state.
Yeah, okay,
he can get
that's
replaced.
Fair. Yeah,
quite easily.
Yeah. No, he. Fuck.
So you just get a yes man in Senate, and you get Sanders in an executive position with more runaround across the house, around the house. So it's like, but I don't think Biden wants that. I think Biden also has like his traditional views of America, and doesn't want Sanders on his team.
Yeah, I think he's probably worried about with how what's the word I'm looking for? Just fucking volatile the language has been against the left, especially in the past 4 years, and how much Republicans want to build up this association with all Democrats are socialists and socialism is bad. I think Biden does probably want to separate himself from more like super radical ideas, just so, because he's trying not to alienate himself from the boomer libs. But
yeah.
I mean, I can't say I expected anything else, but it fucking sucks nonetheless.
I mean, he hired a fucking private prison owner as his fucking vice president, and it's just like, yeah, fucking prison reform.
Yeah,
with Kamala Harris as my vice president.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah, dude, the fact that private prisons exist at all is fucking insane to me.
That should strictly just be a government fucking program, first of all.
Yeah, well, like, I mean, and the fact that literally, like, in code of law, it like, slavery is still legal.
Yeah. Yeah,
and we just don't talk about it.
It's just like every man is free except for.
Yeah, it literally says slavery is
except for the condition.
Yeah, unless under the conditions of being like incarcerated, which like even just having a law like that on the books is absurd, because it's like at some point the government can just decide, hey, you're all slaves, you committed it. I don't know.
That would be extremely radical. But
I mean, it'd be an insane scenario, but like
change
having
the definition of a prisoner. Yeah,
like.
A citizen by law is a prisoner of the land of America.
Yeah. I mean
Therefore, vice versa, addendum alpha kappa, you're all prisoners.
You know, a Roman numeral 1 C fucking.
I'll write the law. Give me an office.
Oh my God. Yeah, no, like the fact that you can make money off of fucking
slave labor.
Yeah, I don't know. It's
and that your vice president supports it.
Yeah. Is like not only supports but owns one.
Partakes in the private prison industry.
Yeah.
And profits off of it.
So, but I mean, you know, I guess that's more motivation to can we like get AOC in office? Can we get AOC as president?
She's too young. AOC.
How old is she?
Not 38.
Oh, I mean, I thought it was 35.
Not 35. I mean,
well, not yet.
In 4 years, maybe.
Maybe, but I mean, she's 31. Yeah. So
next election cycle.
Next term.
Next term.
Yo, would that be like the youngest president?
That would be the youngest president.
And the
Barack
first
was
female president.
First female
And the
president. And first Hispanic president.
Yeah.
Barack Obama was the second youngest. And
how old was he? Like 40 something?
42 probably. And I think like Andrew Jackson was the youngest at like 38 or 9. I don't know. Who cares? But yeah.
Yeah, I'm like, I don't know. Everything I've seen of AOC so far has been like the only politician that I don't have much to shit on. I don't know.
Youngest was John F. Kennedy by election, who was 43.
Huh.
Oldest person is Donald Trump.
Yeah. No, I knew that.
Isn't
Yeah.
that the funniest
well,
thing?
I mean, now Biden's the oldest.
Not Biden. But like, I remember when who ran against Barack Obama as Democrat?
Oh fuck. What?
Who?
Which year?
The first time.
2012 election, Democrat.
Yeah, it's a hard typing angle. Senator John McCain.
Was he Democrat?
John McCain, yeah. Because Romney was the Republican.
Right.
And everyone was just like, John McCain's too old. He'll fucking die in office and shit. And he was only, what, 68?
Yeah, no, yeah, like...
And then the Republicans dropped that shit immediately for Trump.
There's a 30% chance Biden dies in office.
It's pretty high odds.
I mean, is that unfair odds?
I don't think so. But yeah, it said he was the youngest youngest elected president. The youngest ever. Why am I not getting a clear answer on this?
That's a helpful little Excel spreadsheet there.
Average age, 50 to 54, being highest. I still think it's interesting that we're voting in older and older, like, presidents.
Yeah, I don't know how that happened.
I think that's just because people have become used to, like, the sagey Senate and Congress of everyone being, like, 60 plus.
Bro, if Mitch McConnell's a sage, I'm a fucking forest nymph. I don't know what the fuck's going on here.
Whack. But,
Mitch McConnell's a fucking zombie. Like, holy shit.
He's what was the meme I saw? Fuck. Putting this laptop here was a curse. Mitch McConnell looks like
He's a turtle.
yeah, without a shell.
God, this is fuck. It's like a naked mole rat.
He looks like Mr. Krabs.
Mr. Krabs without a shell. Yeah, can we get a side by side here? I'll put it up in editing, but
Mitch McConnell, Mr. Krabs. Why is that?
Yeah, like his fucking like face is like melting off and shit.
Here he is. This will probably.
Yeah. God.
We'll try it.
That's a little.
That's extremely bright. Yeah, the overexposure is pretty whack.
Yeah, no, it's I don't know. It's absurd that he's still in the Senate. I don't know how the fuck he keeps getting.
What is he? What state does he hold? Like Alabama or?
No, it's Oh fuck! I knew this like up until right now.
There's too many damn states. Mitch McConnell, United States Senator of Kentucky.
That was my second guess. Yeah, Kentucky. But Jesus, man. Still, like, there's got to be someone younger in Kentucky who holds the same.
I mean, at this point, everyone younger than Mitch McConnell is probably just inbred and incompetent to be able to run for office.
I mean, is he any more competent
than like a third generation inbred? I don't know.
Yeah.
What the fuck tangent did we get on?
Yeah, I don't know. Where the fuck did we even
We were talking about the incompetence.
We were talking about how stupid Biden is, yeah.
Yeah, and how he's just hiring for woke purposes. And how he's going to get trampled over by the interests of the people that he's putting in a position. And how it's going to conflict with what people voted for him on.
Yeah. Yeah,
Like,
I mean, at this point, we can't expect his staff to push him farther, but I think he's at least a lot more open to public outreach, or like, you know, if some shit happens again, I don't know, some other like massive widespread protests like we've had this year, like he's most likely going to do something slightly better than sending the National Guard in to shoot everyone.
I think if it comes down to that, the next national outrage is going to be after. Well, actually, the first national outrage is going to be going back to lockdown.
Yeah,
that's going to be the first national outrage. But as far as things that aren't in his control, I think once COVID is like on its way out, and he has to deal with his first mass shooting, that would be like the first response that we see where something might be different. We might be actually seeing some form of gun control getting pushed into legislation.
Yeah.
Once Biden has to respond to
I would hope
his
also
first.
some kind of like mental health reform also.
Oh, that'd be awesome.
But that'd be a more difficult push.
Yeah, but it would be. Didn't Biden say he wanted to do something about like expanding policing to include a mental
he wants to
like mental health department.
Have people who are trained non-lethal, like people who are trained to actually deal with psychological problems, and like what 90% of like calls are going to be, so that like you're not just sending a fucking militia member to people's houses, which like I don't know. I think we talked about this like in the first episode or something. And I don't know. You mentioned like giving more money to the police in any fashion is not not what we want to be doing. But like, I think that in terms of what's happening in this presidency, that's the best we can hope for. And I think, I mean, not the best we have to push harder, and we're gonna have to fucking be like protesting and putting out our word and fucking doing everything we can to push them farther. But I think at where he's currently sitting, that's a pretty okay position to start going in, as opposed to just Trump's total obstructionism of being like, okay, yeah, I'll give them more money to fucking hunt you down. But like,
yeah,
I don't know, just having anyone who's slightly less obstructionist is a good thing, but not because they're good, just because we can change them easier.
Yeah.
Or at least grab a hold of their constituency and try to show them that we can do better.
I think it's interesting how Biden says he wants to be like a uniting president. Like he wants to meld.
He has extremely non-revolutionary rhetoric.
Yeah, his extremely like everyone's an American and we all have American values and blah blah blah.
Yeah,
I'm curious to see what course that takes, because choosing to do that in a position where like the dichotomy is so real that you have actual Nazis and actual communists like having just
those two are not I don't like those two being brought up in a comparison.
Well, but I mean, like far right, far left, like you have people that are like actually socialism was a pretty accepted party in the 20s. It was an actual party in the 20s. Like the Socialist Party had actual movement.
A lot of shit was accepted here. We were super like we praised the shit out of the Nazis until they started gassing people. Yeah, like American culture fucking loved Germany at the time. I don't know. Like,
yeah, but I'm saying like you're at a time where people are just like,
it didn't have the same connotations.
Yeah, like there's just, it just feels like, what's the term? Dumbbell almost, where you have like a majority of people way on the left and way on the right, and then you have like this tiny
like a reverse bell curve thing.
Yeah, a reverse bell curve. That would be the term to go for as far as like people's political leanings, at least on the mask. You know, like everyone's like, fuck the Democrats because blah 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 and whatever, and fuck the Republicans because blah blah blah. But then you look at polling results and you say like 70% plus want some form of gun control, 70% plus want Medicare for all in some
Right.
capacity. And it's interesting to see what Biden might try to do to change the rhetoric around these topics, to break the masks people have on these topics.
Right.
Because you have the left that's saying, like, nobody should own a fucking gun, blah, blah, blah. And people on the far right saying, like, I should own a fucking rail gun if I really want to.
Yeah.
And it's just like, what? As a uniting president, where is he going to try to find that compromise? And how is he going to, what language is he going to use to convince people that, like, you can have some sort of leeway and, like, get what you want at the end?
Yeah. I think, I don't know. I guess referencing the dumbbell thing, I don't know if it's entirely it might be dumbbell shaped, but I don't know if the dumbbell goes from far left to far right. Like, I think grand majority of people are just moderate right.
Yeah.
And there's a fair amount of people recently who are starting to go further left. And there's definitely a way more Nazis than there should be, but I also don't know. I mean, the correct number is -3, but there's, like, I don't know. It's not like a super fucking prevalent thing. Like, the grand majority of people you're going to meet are going to be at least semi-reasonable, and they probably lie on the, like, just very center right, but they think they're a lot farther right just because what they think leftism is but
like, even like because like the current atmosphere for the left is closer to the center, which is also part of the problem.
Yeah.
Because when you're saying I want to unite people, and you have your curve skewed to the right, where most leftists are sitting just off of the center and most rightists are further away, you're going to try to balance those two majorities, and it's only going to get you closer to the center.
Yeah.
So that's something to look out for, I would say.
Yeah.
I feel like as a uniting president and as a liberal, as Biden says, he's not trying to push further left. He's not trying to take the whole whole dichotomy. What's the word?
Like, I don't know. I get what you're trying to say. I think like, Biden, I think the thing is he uses the rhetoric of a uniting president, and he's very adamant about that. And I think, like, I think in reality, though, he may create, like, more of a dichotomy between people who thought they were further right and the actual far right. Like, if like, with Donald Trump and how volatile his rhetoric was and all of this stuff, he created increasing tensions to the point where if you were, like, even slightly starting to lean to the right, then you got pushed further and further into these antagonisms where you're like, okay, well, like, they're literally trying to fucking come and kill me. And, like, you start, like, maybe thinking that you're leaning more on the side of these people who end up being fucking white nationalist neo-Nazis types. But if we can, like, if that rhetoric changes under this presidency, I think, and if people can kind of start to realize that intense antagonism isn't, like, between, not necessarily the left, but between liberals and, like, slightly right-leaning people, then they might realize that they need to put that barrier in between, like, themselves and these people who we've been calling white nationalists forever, and they've been like, oh, I don't know about that. I don't know. Like,
I see your point. Like, he'll break up the extreme in or out culture of the right.
Yeah.
Or, like, you're full blown right, or you're, like, you're out. He might break up that and scatter that, like, break the mask, essentially.
Yeah.
And reveal more of the true political compass within people, and spread out the demographics.
Right. And I think, like, I mean, if that actually happens, it makes it easier to focus on the actual people's, like, espouting fucking Nazi rhetoric. And it also makes it easier to pull people further left in the future. Yeah. in terms of the just kind of picking the savvy or the popular picks, or like the symbolic picks or whatever. I can't remember. Like, Neera Tanden's been involved in I think she's been in past. I think she's been in past cabinets. She's been involved with this shit like for a bit. And like, yeah, Biden placed her as is like the head of the Office of Management and Budget. Part of the the communications.
Expertise is economy, elections, healthcare, domestic policy, politics, women's issues.
Yeah, I don't know, but like, I mean, all these like emails that we, like the emails I was talking about, where she's talking about how fucking Libya needs to pay us back for the bombs we've dropped on them. That shit's all from like 5 years ago.
Yeah, how dare they make us have to use our weaponry that we pay $1 trillion a year for?
Yeah, but I'm like, this is all shit that was reported on 5 years ago. It was like a deal back then, and like, I don't know, like, yeah, I don't know how this is supposed to be. Like, I guess he thinks it's a popular pick just because he has an all-female cabinet, but like, this lady is fucking like despised by the left. Like,
is this Joe Biden pick already doomed? Tell us,
like,
CNN, is it?
Like, if we're talking about picking like the unifying, just the most tame people we can or whatever, I mean, I guess most Americans like have been turning a blind eye to imperialism this whole fucking time, but I don't know, like, I don't think,
I think most like the average American is like turning away from it because they're tired of being like in other people's shit, really.
Well, yeah, I mean, I guess
because a
lot of people talk about imperialism, but we don't actually ever do it. Like, we don't ever actually like fucking get any social change done on it, I guess.
Yeah. I mean, there's just been no impact on Americans from like foreign impact. Like, there's been no 9/11. There's been no foreign terrorist attacks of like significant stature. It's just like, so people just feel, why the fuck are we still there? Why are we still dealing with them?
Right. But I mean, like, I mean, if we want to talk about that, like, it's the fucking national deficit. If like, that's the one thing that everyone gets so fucking upset about is the national deficit, and like, that's right. the number one fucking
what are we at, like,
driving force of the fucking deficit is how much money we spend to go steal oil from other countries.
Right, like,
but
the money we're putting into other nations to just get oil, and she wants to do the same thing, right? She wants to continue the oil industry or something along those lines. So like, how does that? Yeah,
I mean, like, and the reason, like, yeah, the whole reason she's talking about having like Libya pay us back for the ship is because she's like, it's to pay back the deficit, and it's like, well, what's the deficit? It's what you spent on fucking bombing them. Like, why would they? Like, the easier solution here is fucking invest in green energy so we don't need to bomb other countries to take their oil.
What's the big website with like? It's the website where like you look up the. Oh fuck! I broke my seat.
Oh shit! Yeah, we
can find the national debt and all that shit. It's like a big ass like numbers website. Debt clock. I think that's it.
Debt clock.
Yeah.
Oh baby, look at that shit.
National debt 27 billion, 27 trillion. I don't even know. I can't count that many fucking zeros.
Oh man. Oh, I wish we were screen recording that. They probably can't even see that shit.
Yeah, there's no way. There's no way I can zoom in anywhere near close enough. It won't let me zoom in anymore.
That'll be okay. But yeah, no, that shit's...
That's 100, 100,000, 100 million, 100 billion, 27 trillion.
Yeah, baby. And like, that's what, 40% military budget?
Yeah, but consider this. We made 3.5 trillion in tax revenue, which is... none of it is going towards a surplus.
Yeah.
So there's always that. But yeah, it's just like, why are you even fucking with with other nations at this point.
Yeah.
It's just like obnoxious. Maybe North Korea, because they're doing fuck shit. But fucking with North Korea implies fucking with China. But for the Middle East, for the most part, they're just like...
I mean, we need to fucking cut off from China anyway. Like, yeah. I mean, at least in trade. Like,
in trade, for sure. I'm obviously no, like, foreign relations expert, but, like, China has some fuck shit going on with the Uyghurs.
Like, we don't need to be focusing on fucking, like, global trade right now. Like, we need to fucking bring manufacturing into the country again, and...
I don't think so. I don't think manufacturing's ever going to come back. I don't think it ever should. We just don't have the populace that wants to work in those types of jobs anymore, especially because they're not going to get reimbursed in an appropriate way.
Well, so yeah, but I mean, like as a long-term goal, like manufacturing ultimately needs to at least in a lot like greater capacity than we have it right now. Some of it needs to come back here, because like. It is like a large labor force creation, especially as like automation and stuff steps into a lot of roles. Like we're going to need more and more of those types of jobs here if we can create like, and that's the thing is like with automation and all that, we will definitely need to reform labor, like hierarchy and all this shit.
Yeah.
But
if we do bring manufacturing back, it's going to have to come with a lot of benefits.
What the fuck, dude? Did the camera die?
Did you know that YouTube is now going to put advertisements on non-monetary videos?
Oh, yeah. YouTube is going to be using us for ad revenue.
Yep, that's right. They're going to be using our communist broadcasting system.
Yeah. I mean, like, yeah, they're not going to put it on our type of shit. But yeah, that's kind of fucking... like, that's fucking stupid.
What the fuck is U.S. total debt? And why is that 85 trillion?
Is that debt versus deficit, and they're just
the national public debt outstanding represents the face amount or principal amount of marketable and non-marketable securities currently outstanding. Don't know what that means. Total debt includes household, business, state, and local governments, financial institutions. So this is literally just
so that's like the total debt that's in the country, and that's the debt of the nation. Okay.
Yeah, this is how much debt exists. Period.
Okay.
Does this show student loan debt?
Oh my god.
Which I think broke like 2 trillion. Social Security liability is in the negative 20 trillion. We're not getting our Social Security.
Yeah, no, dude. Like, yeah, Social Security is gonna be non-fucking existent by the time but I mean, unless we can do some shit about.
So, camera's back on. Foreign policy.
Foreign policy.
So the Middle East hasn't done shit in like 5 years at least. We don't need people there. We don't need to be spending trillions on research to make planes that aren't going to be getting any better. We don't need $1 trillion going towards military every fucking year.
Or if we want to be like, no, I can't even say that, but I'm like, I mean, like the military, the amount of money that we put into the military used to be at least a somewhat beneficial thing for the public, because a lot of that money went into public research,
yeah.
And that's how we got like the internet and all this type of shit. And I'm like, I really don't want money in the military, period. But if it's going to be there, like, at least fucking use it for something that's going to come back into the public. And that hasn't.
But it does.
That hasn't happened in fucking like 20 years.
I don't know what you're talking about, Lucas, because as soon as you get like,
what else are you going to put in your car?
Once you get outdated military equipment, like, where do you think it goes? It goes to your local county sheriff.
You're right. So, we've innovated. There's so many more ways to disperse crowds nowadays.
Yeah, you can use tanks. You can use fucking sound systems that like explode people's.
Oh my god, that shit! Fucking the fucking
not
rubber
harps.
bullets.
Rubber bullet.
I love the fucking name rubber bullet because it sounds so harmless, but that shit's a fucking like Nerf
it's like the size
football.
of a football. Yeah,
yeah, like.
Yeah, the military, but this is why you want $1 trillion in military every year. So your local police can be decked out in fucking
grenade launchers
and SWAT gear, driving around in tanks.
Yeah.
So that when you say, I don't like something, the government says, I don't care.
Well, Republicans think that is going back into the community because they think I think the black community is drawing everything out of the white community, and we need to increase the policing. We need to fucking roll tanks out into all the ghettos and just start blasting.
Dead clock time machine. What's it gonna look like in 2024? Wow, it's gonna double. Our national debt's gonna double in 2024.
Wow.
To the current predictions.
I like the sound of that. I mean, like, honestly, like, the national deficit really isn't even that big of a fucking issue. Like,
it's not.
It's really not. We're the wealthiest and most influential nation on the planet, and like every country is in debt to every other country, and that's the only thing that's keeping us from fucking bombing each other.
Yeah,
like
we all have these ties.
At this point, the national debt's what's like keeping us alive.
So what we need to do is get rid of our debt as soon as possible,
so we can start
and
World
make
War
every
III.
nation subservient to us.
Oh man,
like, we better give us our $17 trillion, or we're gonna fucking nuke the shit out of you, my guy. We paid our debt. Where's yours?
Where's yours? Yeah, no. Now we need to give nukes to Iran and nukes to North Korea and all this shit, so that we're all on an even playing field. You know.
We have enough to probably create an equal distribution of nukes between every nation.
Yeah.
Yeah. We have what, like 7,000?
You know, you divide. You make a bunch of nukes, and then you make a bunch of controllers for those nukes that you know. You give like everyone in each county like
each county
controllers, and like by county whoever pushes the launch button, you know, if you get a majority vote, then you know, democratically elected nuke launches
warheads. Now I think if you just make enough nukes and just put like one in each, like just one in every 5-mile radius, then like everybody's just got to watch their step.
Yeah.
Nobody can make the wrong move because there's a nuke within a fucking eyesight away from you.
Yeah, yeah. that's how we bring everyone together. Yeah,
through the constant fear of
we make a bunch of fake nukes, like they're all disarmed. So, but everyone thinks they're
so
real.
You think?
Yeah. So like everyone thinks they're real, and then yeah, the tensions keep everyone alive until someone tries to push it and nothing happens, and then we just get civil war.
What the fuck? No way.
What?
Medicare, Medicaid is a bigger budget item than defense.
Well, I mean, but the issue with Medicare and Medicaid is it's going through the private insurance system. Like they're not government programs. They're still using private insurance, and so like private insurance is the fucking stupidest thing on the planet. But like. Yeah, that's what's driving up the national debt, and that's why when everyone talks about like how expensive a fucking single payer system would be and shit like this, it's like it makes no goddamn sense, because if you eliminated the private system, then healthcare would be cheap as fuck. Like,
oh yeah,
Disaronno, I tell you, man, some good shit.
It's Disaronno. You fucking cuck.
I'm more Italian than you.
How the fuck you are more Italian than me? Actually, I'm like 60% fucking English. Disgusting, honestly.
Yeah, I'm like 50% English. Oh man,
I'm at least some Italian.
See, that counts. Yeah, okay. Does that count? Like, are we POC? Like, Italian is a Italian people aren't white, right? Like
well, it depends. Are you in North Italian or South Italian? Because Northern Italian, you're pretty much European. Southern Italian, you might get considered like Sicilian. You're part of the Mediterranean. Well,
Sicily is people of color. That's no question.
Oh, for sure.
But
like Southern Italy, you're pretty close to Morocco.
Mid-northern.
Like if you considered North African, like you might be able to pass for like North African or like Grecian, Greek.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Man, fucking.
But I'm Sicilian, so good luck.
Yeah. Wait, you're Sicilian?
I'm Sicilian.
Oh,
yeah.
Fuck off, man. Yeah, I'm like mid-northern. Man, I want to fucking go visit like Palermo or some shit.
Going to anywhere that's not America would be pretty cool right now.
Yeah. If only we weren't banned from. If other countries banned us from flying.
If only other countries didn't hit us more than they already did a year ago.
Oh man, dude, one of my favorite fucking I can't remember who posted it. This isn't even entirely relevant, just like relating to other countries. Someone posted some shit about like I saw Tim Pool fucking retweeted it. It was Twink Pool. It was like talking about how man, some people are saying that Donald Trump got like bad presidential luck during all this, and like his approval ratings are going down, but like look at these other countries, man, like all their leaders, like their approval ratings are going up. What the fuck's going on? And it's like, first of all, they do that
handling the problem.
I'm like first of all, they do that thing where like they stretch the graph out super vertically so it looks like it's a huge jump when it's like 2 points. But like, it's like, how is this a fucking, like, what we let hundreds of thousands of people die, did fucking nothing to contain literally it. Our nothing. Economy's fucked. Like of course our approval rating's gonna go down.
Fucking imagine
Tim Pool's Twitter is the fucking dumbest shit I've ever
such
seen
a grifter
on the planet.
But like imagine if we were all alive during like World War II, or like the ending of World War II, and Tim Pool was like, how's he gonna say that about FDR? FDR was the president during fucking World War II and got a third term. He's the reason we had to create a fucking amendment to be like, 2-term limit, my guy. But like he was doing such a good job, like rebuilding the economy and doing all these things for the American people, that he got reelected twice. Fucking stupid. So it's not a matter of circumstance; it's a matter of how you handle the circumstance. And Trump did fucking nothing when he knew he should have.
Right? Yeah.
There was a president during the fucking Spanish flu.
Who would have fucking thought that when you stop thousands of people from dying, people like you? It's absurd. I can't wrap my mind around it.
I don't understand it personally.
Yeah. Man, yeah. I've
the
been,
more the merrier, I say.
I've been
when
spending
it comes to
too
death.
much time on Twitter recently. I've just been like getting in as many comment sections as I fucking can. It's painful, but I feel like it's for the greater good, you know? Like if I'm not going to be dunking on Paul Joseph Watson, who's going to do it, you know?
If it's in the comments section, it is not for the greater good, no matter what.
I mean, you just want to like come up with some final points and wrap up?
I think we hit like every point.
I mean, not like hit, but just kind of like wrap up to an actual outro, as opposed to just cutting out whenever we got off point.
Remember to join the KGB tier on our Patreon.
Yeah, $25.
God bless you.
For only $25 a month, you can join our KGB tier, and you get access to every other Patreon donor's account.
Yeah. So I'm gonna make a statement right here.
Yeah.
Right now.
Do it. I'm ready.
Our first KGB tier patron gets full access to a webcam in my bedroom 24/7.
24/7, unless there's an internet outage.
Terms and rates may change over time. Offer valid until December 31st, 2020.
And you know what? Just for the hell of it, we'll throw in 5 days of access to our Twitter account.
Sure, fuck it. Why not?
Why not?
That one stands
post whatever the fuck you want
for 5 days.
I mean, it'll probably stand for forever because they'll change the password and we'll never fucking get it back.
That's okay. Nobody wants PogChat podcast anyways.
Oh man. Well, yeah. I mean, I guess there's not really anything else to talk about. Give us money on Patreon. Follow us on Twitter. Send us some more money on PayPal. If you want
to send us money on PayPal, we'll make a PayPal.
If you've got, I don't know, like a green screen, some lighting equipment, whatever, you want to ship it to us, my address is 555 Sugar Gay Lane.
My address is 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue, Washington, D.C., United States. Send me dildos. Send
me McConnell pics.
Send me dragon dildos.
Yes,
dragon dildos to 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue.
Oh,
I need lots.
They need to be red. They have to be red.
Needs to be at least 2 feet long.
Yeah,
8 inches.
Preferably one of the ones that like
with tentacles
spits out the jelly eggs.
Yeah.
That's what
with like a little bunch of tentacles at the base.
Oh yeah. You need that.
I need more than one.
You need tickling on the rim.
I need more than one of those because one does not fit in my ass anymore. I need at least 3.
Yeah.
Very stretched out.
Getting a little loose.
Very loose. It's like it's like a whoopee cushion that you've had for too long, and now when you squeeze it, it doesn't make a fart noise. It just goes.
God, I don't even shit anymore. I just drop.
I just have a plastic bag like sewed to the end of my. Fuck. So we're done. Goodbye.
That's it.
That's it.
I don't think we're gonna get any followers after that. Anyone who was subscribed just unsubscribed. But hit that bell.
I'm unsubscribing right now from my own YouTube channel.
Hit the bell. Subscribe. Send us nice glizzy pics. We'll see you next time. Have a good one.